What's up? What's going on?
I don't know. A lot of work.
Yep. Busy day today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You?
No. I've
Really?
I told you I've been just not really working for probably the last week or so. I've been playing a lot of video games.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's what we're going to talk about.
About me not working?
Yes.
I think I remember we mentioned it a little bit. Yeah.
We come from a very hardworking family. Like very.
Dude, bring it in.
Except for you.
Except for me. I'm the
Well,
exception.
I'm curious how you're very honest about whenever you're not feeling working, right?
Yeah.
But you have a job where you can. There's flexibility, right? Like nobody's knocking on your door if you don't show up to work.
That's the good thing and the bad thing about my job.
Yeah.
There's nobody to hold me accountable but myself and I guess my bills at the end of the month, you know. That's
Isn't
something
that a motivator enough to be like, I can't, I gotta, or how do you find that balance?
I am not an ambitious person at all.
Yeah.
I am so content with the bare minimum.
You mean material things?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe, right? I say that, but also I have a vehicle.
Right.
And I have 2 cars.
I think your ambitions are not just, yes, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 cars.
Describe your wealth
that I don't need. Yeah. My junk 1993 truck. And
is that the nice
Bronco?
Yeah, that one's really cool though.
So I have my Bronco and my Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, right? I mean,
the Maverick's that other pickup thing.
That's my work truck.
That's the one I bet. Yeah.
But I guess that's what it is, right? I don't have a lot of little things that I like.
Yeah.
So I just have big things. I think the only small things that I spend on, besides the podcast equipment, I guess, because this wasn't
huge. Like it's
not. You're right. It's not. It shouldn't be, but it is.
It feels huge to you.
Yeah, it's not huge. It's pretty big. It's pretty big because of my wasting money in my vehicles and my video games. Video games is the other thing that I spend money on a lot.
I see it differently because I'm not sure. We're going to talk about the video games because I'm very curious about what makes a person a hardworking person, and why do I know we value that so much in our family. You know, it's that thing when somebody is like getting up, consistent, show up to your job, stay late, reliable in that you don't take days off, for example. Something's got to really be wrong for you not to show up to work. That's our families.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
But it's not crazy in our family. In our family, that's the standard.
That should be the standard. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. But I think it's so crazy because, people really work themselves. They live to work a lot of times, it seems. But
that's what it feels like.
But here's the thing.
What it feels like to me.
I feel like it in most cases. I think it's paid off. I think for me, I imagine it easier now, but it was harder when I was single to have that mentality, to just work. I can imagine.
Say that again. It was harder for you
when I was single
to work.
Yeah, because I wanted to be out and partying and drinking and all that.
Okay.
And I feel like when you're settled down, like now that I'm living with my girl, like I don't feel the need or the desire to go out a lot. Like I don't mind working all day.
Oh, so you find more stability because you've got someone here. Like that brings you stability, the relationship.
Yeah, I don't need to go out or do anything because I will have just as much fun going somewhere with Leslie than staying home with her.
I got you.
To me, it doesn't fucking matter.
That's so sweet.
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
but,
no,
yeah, but
I
the
was
difference
hardworking
is-
regardless.
Well, she'll
I
tell
don't need a boyfriend for that.
Leslie will tell you that I work too much, and I do. But again, just this last week or
That's
so,
what
I
you've
haven't.
become. Well, I think that's different because I don't know what to, so you and I have worked together, right?
Yeah.
And the way that we work, and this is still the case, it's really project based. So we remember there were times when we had like a ton of work and then light weeks.
I hated the light weeks. The
You
light weeks
did?
were such a nightmare to me.
Well, now
because-
none of us have light weeks, by the way. If you would have stuck it out, you would have been, now we're all ragged like me.
Are you hiring? No.
Slowly turning it into a family business.
Yeah.
One cousin at a
just
time.
taking over everybody. It's not.
I want to
that's-
grab one from each family. If it were up to me, I would work with them. Oh, I love our family. I love each and every one of them, and yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what Mitote was.
Done.
Mitote was always hiring a bunch of different cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I made it in there.
No, because you guys had careers and stuff.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah. So this was before.
We went
any
another
of
way.
that. Yeah,
We
this
weren't
is-
young enough.
Lalin got here and he started working Mitote thing when he was 14. So he was too young to like have a career or whatever. So he started off at Mitote.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cesar was
That
here.
guy worked at a bunch of places though.
I don't
Lalin is
know
one of
that.
those. He's he and his, well, at least him and
Cesar?
I want to say all of them are hardworking. I don't.
Well, of course they are. Of
In
course.
my view, they are, right?
Yeah.
Like you know them
Well,
better.
I mean, they have that straight up immigrant mentality where it's like we're here to fucking work.
to
man.
work, yeah, and
Yeah.
they do, and that's an impression I have of them. Also, like Jorge and Manolo, those
Yeah.
guys too, like super hardworking. They carry on that tradition of like your dad, their dads,
yeah.
my dad.
Working so. I mean, only up until recently, they've actually been like, "Nah, fuck this. Let's go out and
Really?
do stuff." Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to
for
hear
the last
that because
few years they go out a lot. Like George, every
maybe they
couple
went
of
too far.
months-
I don't know.
No,
That's a joke. I don't know that. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything. I'm too old for that.
No. So now every
No
few
me incluyen.
months, like I hear a different story of George is like in a different state, Virginia, Texas.
Oh
Washington.
yeah, I saw him the
Yeah.
other day, and I was really.
You
but
saw
he-
George?
Yes, I did.
Where?
I went to Nana's house.
Prove it. Oh,
No.
right. Well, you work with Ali.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Why would I lie about that though?
I don't know. I'm just
When
being
have you
stupid.
ever known me to lie about any dumb thing like
and
that?
why would you
No.
lie about that?
No.
It's a joke. So, yeah. I mean, they work a lot, and it's funny because hanging out with them, I'm the lazy one.
And okay, so in that
Yeah.
group, you are the lazy one. And does anybody else have a job in like your group where it's because
Freedom?
you happen to have a job
I'm the
where
only one.
it's
I'm the
I don't
only
even know
one.
how you guys are structured, right? Like you don't have like a 9 to 5.
There is no structure to my job. It's just
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You clock in whenever, but then that doesn't necessarily make you lazy.
No, that's not. It's not that makes me lazy. It's
No.
just that there's
Like
other,
that kind of a job.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just other things. Just I'm not. You were talking about the consistency of like my dad.
Oh, your dad was one of the hardest working people. Like also, he was one of those. Yeah, it's one of the things I really admired about him.
That just to me that is such a fucking one time me and my dad got into a fight and I told him that I was like I just don't want to live like that, man.
No, well,
No
they
offense.
also you guys had a store, and that sucks up all of your time.
Yeah.
Like having so contrast it to like the other Perez
Oh,
men.
Yeah.
Where they do it's I'm gonna call it a 9 to 5, even though it's not. It's like hours, right? So you clock in, you put in your 8 to 10 hours, whatever. Insane. 12.
Like
I know
that.
they get up there. But then you're done. You leave your job and you come home and you rest. I hope they rest. I hope they have a good time.
well, they're homeowners now, so
But you know what I mean? They have like a respite. They can go home and they can I'm sure they have
I
other
hope-
responsibilities, but they
Yeah, I'm
can
sure
leave
they
their work. And when what you saw growing up, it was like that store was your life.
Yeah.
That's it.
that was what I did.
And no days off because your dad and your mom, they opened like I don't even think they closed one day a year.
No, we were always the last one to show up to your family's Christmas parties, to the Thanksgiving parties, because those were our busiest days.
Except for the New Year's ones that you guys used to host. When you started hosting those.
Yeah, that was
But
cool.
even then, like, we were waiting. We would start it, and then...
Eventually my dad would come in.
Yeah, or when Yoel was there, he would close out and meet us there.
Yeah.
Oh. I gotta say, like, I do... So I liked I struggle with that because of my situation. I didn't mean to have this kind of a business. What happened was when I got a divorce, Abby was really little.
Humble brag.
I'm bragging about being divorced. So then what happened was I felt like she had already lost the one part of her family, which was her dad, even though he's still around, but the separation is a loss. Okay. So I didn't want her to also then all of a sudden never see me because I was working all day.
Yeah.
So I did freelancing for a long time.
So that's kind of, same thing like me, like you were looking for the freedom to work whenever.
Yes.
And it's
I
funny,
needed it.
It's always like that.
That's how it started.
That's what you want. You want, because this I have more time.
Yep. And now I don't have time.
Works. That's freelancing is like, it's the biggest lie ever. Oh, you can work whenever you want.
Yeah, but no. I've learned how to be more structured about it as I go. And we're lucky we have a good team where we kind of we do help each other out a lot. And I've gotten better at filling in those gaps sooner. But I'm not great. It's not great. Like I'm the fallback for sure. Like if anybody's sick, if anybody has any issues going on, it ends up trickling all down to me. Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. Like you're trying to avoid that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is, but I don't know how else to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else that works. Now it's this thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're,
Yeah. So like I've done it all, right? And mitote was just I was always there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was there, I was there. Maybe it wasn't all the time, but every day. It wasn't all
you were
the time,
there
but it was
every day. You
day.
put in something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking nightmare, dude. I hated that. And so I did that. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to get a job, a 9 to 5. And I found myself working at this other restaurant. And then within 4 months, they were like, oh, hey, you know what you're doing. Let's just make you the manager. And they made me the manager like this.
Yeah.
So instead of having the 9 to 5, I was now in charge of a fucking restaurant. Not the whole thing, but you know what I mean.
Did that mean more hours for you?
I mean, because there was first, when I became a manager, there was only 2. And then I became a manager, so one of them left. So then, again, it was just 2. So we would have to just split the time, me and the other manager. So it was, again,
inconsistent again.
Again, I was just there. My schedule changed every week.
Also, it was a restaurant. Like a restaurant is a brutal.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's brutal for hours, right? Because they're popping at night. They're not going to.
Yeah, I was always late, though. I'll tell you that much because... fuck that, dude.
I didn't know that. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
What do you mean? I'm always late everywhere. I'm not a time person. I'm very much like free with my time. I'm not going to get there on time ever.
But why? To consistently not get somewhere on time, it's like an effort, I think.
Well, time...
Like you're making an effort because mathematically... You got to be on time some of the time.
Well,
if you really don't care. But if you're saying that you're always late, then I feel like that's intentional.
Time is a construct. I'll say that. Time is made up by you. Like if somebody tells you be here by 9, okay, I'll be there at 9. It's 9:08. It's 8:56. It's whatever.
Yeah, but the agreed upon construct was like that.
I didn't agree. I never agreed, and I never played.
Okay, so you're just not.
I'm not reliable.
Okay, so that's the unreliable. I would say that's unreliable in that you're not taking into account that person's schedule.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
then in that sense, it would be your schedule first, and you believe so strongly in this that you're just purposely not getting there on time.
It's not on purpose. I promise it's not on purpose. It's just like my brain just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. I can't just do it. It's like, oh, I should probably leave now.
And then what happens?
And I don't leave.
Okay, well, I feel like that's a you thing.
Eventually, I have to leave. So,
but eventually you do. So then you've gotten into a habit of just not leaving on time. That sounds like a bad habit, Emmy, more than it does anything else to me.
Yeah. So anyways, I was tired of this restaurant
I don't think you
too.
actually have an internal clock that's broken in there, because I feel like you're smart and you're telling your clock to not.
It's not.
You're not paying attention to your clock. You're watching the time as it goes by.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, 100%. Isn't that cool though? No, okay. Maybe not to the people that you.
I don't think it's cool or not. I think it's something that we were talking about the potato chips earlier, where I'm like, I can't, like, the cravings are like so harsh that I can't have them in my house if I, depending on the time of the month. So then I'm like, I just don't have them, because otherwise I know.
You're going to want some fucking potato chips.
Yes.
But do you have like baked potato chips? What kind are we talking here?
No, I want the good stuff. The kind that taste to me like the ones from San Miguel, where you put the Valentina and the lime on there.
No. You're talking about potato chips.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about like hot Cheetos with limon and cheese and stuff.
Although Ilita turned me on to them with like the Valentina and the lime. Mm-hmm. They're so good.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Oh, they're so bad for us. They're so good.
So.
No, but anyway, I think that's like I wonder what part of it is an impulse. And what part of it is like, because we do come from hardworking families, for sure. And you've actively like pushed away from that.
Do you think I do it on purpose? Like I'm asking.
There's a measure of like choice there. Like me, I part of my compulsion to show up, be accountable. Like if I tell you I'm going to do something, like right now it's different because my memory, like I have to put on my calendar. So if it's on my calendar, that's one of the things I do to manage my forgetfulness.
Mari left me hanging.
I totally did
last week. I was sitting here at the podcast studio waiting for her. And I say, hey.
Is that why you texted me?
And then you're like, what's up?
That was like so much later.
Nuh-uh. This was like still like 2 hours before.
Oh.
I was like, hey, what's up?
Totally. I didn't have it.
And you're like, what's going on? What's up? I was like,
yeah, I didn't.
You're not coming?
Well, that's my point. So those kind of things, I know I'll forget. So I'll put it on my calendar and it'll alert. So it will. I know that if it's on my calendar, I got it.
Damn.
If it's not, it's not. I'm not going to remember it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So, okay. So let me go back to so I did the mitote where it was just all the time. I did Giordano's where the idea was I'm going to have a 9 to 5. And then again, it just became a manager at a restaurant. So
you're going to say the names of the places. We're not saying anything bad, right?
It doesn't matter.
It's safe.
They're a big franchise, Giordano's. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's like managing a Giordano's is like managing a McDonald's. Maybe it's just another restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then
I don't want to,
And then you don't want to risk.
I don't get kicked out of a Giordano's later in life. You never know.
Do you have Giordano's often?
No,
I don't think I've had Giordano's in so long. Especially,
I do like it though. But we have other ones like where I live. We have other ones that are like closer and more local.
Right, but it's like
there is one in there. We'll go once in a while. Yeah,
not like pizza pie. Right?
What do you mean?
Giordano's deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah,
that's insane.
So I love that one though. It's so good.
Do you? I could probably have a slice.
I love it.
I think
It's so
maybe
good.
2 slices, and then I'm done.
Oh, for sure. You don't need more than one. And it's so filling. I don't want 2 tops
for the year. I think careful
for the year.
I think so. I don't think I could have a Giordano's more than once a year.
I can't remember the last time I had it, and we have like this group of cousins that come in once in a while that love Giordano's.
You know
and
what?
So
that
when they
pisses me
come
off?
here, we take them there.
Let me tell you why that pisses me off. Because you're telling them that this is what we eat here. They think
they're asking for it.
Right.
What am I gonna do?
The Chicago experience. Let's have deep dish. People in Chicago don't have that. What kind of pizza do people eat in Chicago?
All kinds. We have so many pizzas. Don't even go there, Emmy. We have so many
can I speak
pizzas.
Generally though, what kind of pizza do we eat in Chicago? Tavern style, square cut, thin.
Yes.
That's Chicago style pizza.
But also those deep dish pizzas are also part of our pizzas. There's not a lot of other places that have that kind of pizza.
No, I don't think so. I think it was invented here. Kind of like
you
Malort.
just said it was invented here. Oh, Malort. Yeah, that's the Malort that we all have to. But that's like the thing that everybody drinks that I don't think anybody likes.
I'm glad.
I've had it.
I'm glad I was too Mexican for the fuck
Really?
to go through. I never had Malort in my life.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think you, I think you maybe had more of a Chicago experience than me. Because
have the Malort.
I would hear people talk about this Malort thing, but also like I just smell it. I've smelled it, and I don't want it.
It's very medicinal.
Gross. So,
it's like herbal.
I think
I don't know you just have to have it.
I think
try it.
No. Well, whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. I feel like it's a meme.
That's a very Chicago thing.
Yeah, like if people come to Chicago, they're like, oh, it's like a prank. Oh, this is what we drink in Chicago. Drink this.
I think that is a prank for sure,
right?
But not Giordano's, not deep dish pizza. Deep dish is legit good pizza.
It depends on your definition of good because it's not good for you.
It doesn't matter. Like, we're not talking about good for you. We're talking about what tastes good. It's delicious.
Just cheese. Sure, it's delicious. One slice.
Cheese, bread, sauce. Come on.
And also, there's better deep dish than
it's like you can't tell me that you don't have a burrito. Like, not like the American style. Have you ever had one?
Have I ever had a burrito?
I know the answer is yes. I know guys used to make them and they were delicious, and tell me you've had one and you liked it.
Yeah, but what's wrong with Mexican? It's protein, though.
That's my point. You don't. That's my point. Just like you can enjoy, like I feel the deep dish.
Where's Leslie so she can tell us the macros on a burrito? Steak, you got protein, you got lettuce, tomato, you got your vegetable, you got your carbs, la tortilla.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Dairy.
Yeah. Yes. But it's not Mexican. It's not authentic Mexican.
Yeah, for sure.
To make it that size.
I don't think
that's not a thing.
Also, the flour tortilla isn't really Mexican, right?
No, flour tortillas are, but not that size. It's an insane size of it's like your head. It's bigger. It's like
I just had a burrito 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Chorizo and egg.
Oh man.
I went probably 3/4 into that bitch, and my stomach started telling me
like you're done. I could have half of one. Half is a good solid.
Yeah.
A whole is tough.
I think
to finish.
When it comes to Mexican food, or not Mexican food, I guess, because we said no.
Yes.
Turn it around, dude. I'm just kidding. I can eat Mexican food forever. It's a problem, especially.
So good, though.
I think because
But isn't it okay because you're Mexican?
I think it's okay for anyone to eat Mexican food, whether you're Mexican or not. But for me, it's because of mitote. I would eat it every day, and now I don't eat it every day.
Oh, pero tú dices, like, you're talking about no, you guys had all kinds of dishes there.
Yeah, we had everything.
You had everything. So, but you're Mexican. What else are you going to eat at home? What do you guys make?
Ramen, Mari. I'm poor. I can't afford steak every day. Are you kidding me?
You don't have to do steak every day. What about frijoles? All the bean dishes. There's a bunch of them. Frijoladas. Come on. You're not cooking. That's why.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I'm playing too many video games to cook right now. And if I'm not playing video games, I'm working. I'm gonna die. If I'm not working, I'm like watching cartoons or something. I should be cooking. Look, when I first moved in on my own with Leslie,
yeah,
it was rice and beans. My rice never came out good. Saddest thing ever.
You gotta have my dad teach you how.
It will work. I've had it explained to me hundreds of I could use the rice cooker or whatever, but I don't like that. If I'm gonna learn how to make rice, I'm gonna learn how to make rice.
Who taught you how to make rice? Like
my mother on the phone.
No,
I've seen my mother. I've seen the cooks at Mitote do it every single day.
You have to have someone like in person step you through the process.
Right.
Because you need somebody to tell you that's how the rice is supposed to look. Because you brown it, right? You're talking about the Mexican one?
Yes.
You can't let it go.
Right. You have to fry it first. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then before you burn it, you have to pour the sauce on it. But it's all like math. But these people don't give you the math. They just do it.
That's why. My dad will give you the measurements.
Well, I know it's like everybody 2 cups of water for 1 cup of rice.
Yeah.
But when you're mixing tomatoes and garlic and Nor Suiza, what do you call Nor Suiza?
Foolproof.
What do you call Nor Suiza?
I don't know how to say that. And
Leslie taught me the word Nor Suiza.
Bouillon?
Chicken bouillon. Figured it out. Elbow.
But that's not what. Yes. It's the cubes, right? The little cubes. Nor Suiza.
There's cubes. We have
the polvitos. You have the big thing. Yeah, I don't make mine that way though. It does good.
My mouth is watering. So anyways, my rice comes out crunchy.
Fine, don't
my
make
rice. Well, I think like one time I made good rice.
All you have to do is give yourself permission to add a little water at the end if it's too crunchy. Just keep cooking.
I don't deserve it. If I did it wrong,
I think you're too hard on yourself. I think you're just like one step away.
So that's why I don't have rice. And then the beans. It takes a long time.
It does take a long time.
I made a I made a bag actually because I was just like, okay, let's make beans. Bro, I had beans for days. I had beans for weeks, dude.
Oh,
but also I had to freeze them because I had so many beans. Dude.
That's like for what? That's like for a whole family.
Yeah,
a whole bag.
Yeah, I mean because I'm so used to just having so much of it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Lily's gonna eat, my mom's gonna eat, or if it's mitote, you're gonna sell.
Oh yeah, everybody was gonna.
So now I had frozen Tupperwares of beans because I just didn't do the measurements right. But also, I guess just making the time for it. Like you have to cook the beans, and then in the morning you have to fry them with your eggs and fucking.
You can fry them with
and then that's why.
So you don't like to cook.
I don't like doing things. I like
but you do like doing things. Video games. You are only doing the things you like to do. That's what's happening.
I don't like showering.
Please tell me you
I do it, of course, but I don't like.
Please tell us. Oh my God.
It takes time.
So
did you ever see the episode?
Just stand there.
All right, check
All
this out.
All you have to do is stand there. Have Leslie spray you. Look, Pinol or something.
Look.
Close your eyes. That stuff smells fresh for weeks.
Just do that. Yeah, lucky I don't do just the Axe body spray.
Oh no, ew.
High school
please
days.
promise me you will not bring that into our no. Mm-mm.
I used to do Axe body spray, the chocolate one, because girls used to love the chocolate Axe body spray.
I'm sorry, Axe, but no.
Sorry, Axe, if you're listening.
Mm-mm.
So
I mean, obviously people like it, or they wouldn't sell it, but that's not.
There's an episode.
You got to warn me if you ever do that, because I'm not. Well, that'll be the first day we do this podcast outside.
I think that's
through the window.
That proves that I am disciplined, because even though I don't want to shower,
you still do it.
I still do it.
There you go.
I don't brush. I don't like brushing my teeth.
You
but
still
do it.
There you go.
It's one of those.
That is the same
with work.
That's the same. It's
Thank
the same
you guys
thing.
for coming to our podcast. We figured it out.
Because there are aspects of my my work that I could do it without even being prompted to. It doesn't feel like work, but not the whole thing. Like there's like clerical work and
clerical.
What do you call that? Yeah, the bookkeeping stuff, the kind of like invoicing and that kind of stuff. That stuff that I, there's still some of that I have to do still.
And you do it just not because you want to?
I have to. So my little hack for like taxes, for example, it's not the best, but it works for me. I don't do anything that day. When I do, there's like a profit loss statement you have to do. And I block out the day. I don't cook. I don't do anything else except for that day. Ugh. And I do takeout. I get myself like some either like a fizzy drink or like a wine or something.
A Red Bull,
mezcal, something. No, I don't. I'm not into those. And then that's all I do that day.
That's it. Fucking boring.
That is the only way.
Wait, so what do you mean? What do you do? You like type in all your receipts and stuff?
Everything.
Don't you have a card that is specifically for your business?
I do now.
Can't you just do your statements?
It's not just that. You have to make sure they're in the right categories, because they don't always do the right categories. Oh. And then I also have like the end of year stuff, like the tax stuff I need for like the subcontractor stuff, and there's little things that are they just have to be done. Do you give health insurance to your employees? No.
Damn.
No.
Never mind. I was considering joining, but never mind.
There. Like no one is yet full time. Do you know what I mean? And they're subcontractors, because it's an agency. So then you hire on a project basis, right? It's not quite the same.
That's why Lyft doesn't give me insurance either, because I'm not an employee.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like. Is it?
I would love to. I would if it wasn't so expensive. I would love to would definitely do that.
Yeah, right?
I'm not able to.
I can't understand people that don't
so
want
expensive.
to do that. Really?
For sure.
But these motherfuckers have money, bro. Like these companies that say they don't give their employees
that's when you look at the books, right? If they're a public company, then you could probably tell if like who's getting paid the most and how much would it cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
then you can
like
tell.
you can afford.
But believe me
shit.
when I tell you, like most of the people, like small businesses, small medium size, that's a legit concern.
Yeah.
Like you can't always afford to get health insurance for your people. Or if you're like in borderline when you're like you have enough work but you're not big enough to have like the
crazy thing is that the employees pay for their insurance, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking insurance now on this podcast.
I don't know.
Right? Like because when I worked at Amazon,
you have to pay. Wait,
they took the money out of my check every week, and that's
for
how
that. But I think they give them because they're so huge. Their cost per employee for insurance is not going to be the same as someone my size, right?
Oh,
because they're
they
getting
get a
huge.
Deal and
Yes.
Stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know anything about what they pay. I have no idea. I feel like we shouldn't talk about stuff we don't know.
I think we could. Just for
we just be foolish and just pretend we know things.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Duh. That's how Joe Rogan does it, dude. Biggest podcast in the world.
No, that guy knows what he's very knowledgeable though.
Sure.
I feel like he's been around. He's been doing that for such a long time.
Sure.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're the super fan, so you got to tell me.
He's just a dude talking shit.
Oh, I don't know.
He has experts
I like a lot of his podcasts, so I find them to be like good and informative.
I used to listen to him all the time.
Yeah.
But now I only listen when he has comics on. I can't do the serious ones because
I love those.
I can't do that. And I'm like, shut up, dude. Shut up. And I love him, not as a person because I don't know him. As a person, yes, I love him as a human being, but also like I think he's cool is what I'm saying.
I think I know what you're saying.
When he like for me, sometimes he talks about like comic books, and I'm like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking. Like it annoys me. Really? So I can only imagine.
Oh, okay, but you're talking about a very specific example.
So imagine like experts hearing Joe Rogan talk about stuff that know about other stuff. Like, can you imagine?
But that's a lot to put on a person. Like that's a lot to put on like anyone. Like no one person can know all the things.
It doesn't mean you're not going to get annoyed. You know, but like what if you heard Joe Rogan try to like do a podcast on like SEO? Is that the correct term for it?
Oh yeah.
Or
people,
whatever.
My favorite is when people missay it and they say SEOs.
Did you do the SEOs?
I think that's so cute. Yeah.
Is that a t-shirt? Is that a nerd t-shirt?
God, I don't want to say because I don't want them to stop. I love when they say that. It's not correct. I should get a t-shirt that says SEOs.
What does SEO mean?
It's so dorky. It's search engine optimization.
Ooh.
But it's not, you know what I mean? That's why it's not SEOs because it's not search engine optimizations. It's not that.
Is that not correct?
No, but I love it when they say SEOs. I don't want to stop that. I think that should
hilarious.
continue.
I think
so. The one, okay, when I do get frustrated, and I got frustrated for like a hot second, and then I'm like, yeah, I think it's fine. And this did happen on a Rogan one, and it was just because they were talking about, it was these two, I can't remember who was on it, but it happens often when they're talking about
they suddenly started bringing
either
up
like
that they support Trump or some shit.
Oh no,
Okay.
It wasn't that. It was like a very specific, like something to do with women's issues or brown people issues in general. And you can tell, depending on who they're speaking with, like they're lacking perspective, and it has nothing to do with them as human beings. Though. It's just so. Then what I'll do is I will listen to that as like, oh, this is like a insight on I don't know how to
the
categorize
outsider's
them.
Perspective on whatever
right where they don't really know
they have
our
clue.
experience. They can't, but why would they ever?
Yeah.
So I don't take it personally. Like I'm not personally offended, and I will do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, who cares?
I don't get offended.
That's their opinion.
Like
it's fine. Like,
well, Joe Rogan gets the pass though because he's Italian.
Oh right,
he's more like us than he is like them.
Oh,
and I think he's like Southern Italian too. So he's.
I don't know. You think or you? I don't know.
Let's give it a
What does
Google.
that mean?
He doesn't, Joe Rogan
Emmy, he doesn't
Italian?
need us to know his background. It's
Whatever.
fine.
So okay,
It's
so
fine.
yeah. Yeah, that's
you know
an
what I mean though?
interesting one.
I don't feel that like I'm not annoyed, you know? To me it's like a conversation and I don't need to be offended by that conversation.
Right.
It's okay. They're talking and they're working through their stuff
I got a question.
and their opinions. Like they're going to what?
Okay. Is it if I say that annoys me,
Yeah.
does that imply that that I get offended? Is that the same thing?
Oh, you know,
Genuine
did
question.
did I say
No,
it
no,
was,
no. I'm at
Oh, I
I'm
took it
curious.
there. Okay.
I want to know.
I think
Because
that's a question for you. Like it would be because I think you can get annoyed, just annoyed, but I think you can get annoyed and offended. Like I don't think those two are the same.
You think they're different things? That's why
I think they're different
That's
things.
what I was wondering if they're the same thing.
I don't think so.
Because I always say I could.
Because you know how when you're growing up with a family and like I would annoy my sister, Griselle. We're bringing
our
Griselle
listener.
early in.
Shout out.
You know, like we were like, I remember sitting by the kitchen table, sometimes just us eating after school and we were working and I'm sure we were like, who knows what was happening in our lives. And then we would just be eating and she'd look at me and she'd be like, do you have to breathe like that or something? But she's not offended by my breathing. She was just annoyed.
So offended. Oh, okay. So then offended is a different thing.
We get along really well, by the way. And I love her very much. This is like growing up.
This
right?
was like
Obviously.
last week, actually.
Now, if I annoy her, she just won't tell me. To be kind.
Yeah, that's funny. What would you prefer?
What?
What if you had that same?
No, Griselle's a person that won't. She'll tell you if she.
But what do you, like? Because the relationship with my brother has not changed.
Really?
Since I was a little boy.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
but you're grown-ups now.
I know, isn't it crazy? I'm 30 years old. I'm 30 years old, and he's still like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch." I'm like, "Whoa, shit, dude." I thought we were like adults and cool.
Maybe
now.
that's how
What's going on?
or maybe he just always treated you. That's just how he's treating everyone, and he just,
Well,
regardless
maybe
if you
that
were a
too.
kid or not, he was like, you know.
Yeah. For
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Because like
That's what it
he
is.
and I don't have that relationship, right? Like he's not ever gonna say that to me.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my God. I
Why
don't know what
shut
I would
the fuck
say.
up,
I'd be
dude?
like, oh, I'm telling your mother.
You should probably be pro. I think you'd be like, "Oh, he does."
That would be worse.
He
I'm gonna
sees me
tell
as
my
an
mother.
equal.
No, I would be like, what? Oh, I don't know what I would think.
Last time,
But I don't think I'd talk to any of you like that. Like we don't have that relationship. Like we talk a lot though. We talk about a lot of things, but I wouldn't ever.
call me a bitch.
No,
I think you should. It's fun.
I don't want to. I don't need
fun.
it.
It's
I
fun.
don't find it fun.
What do you find fun?
I don't know.
Let's talk about that. What do you find fun as
Like
a
fun?
Chicana girl in Chicago?
Do you mean in conversations?
No, just in you.
Oh,
What do you think is fun? What do you do that is like you know you're done?
Oh, I
doing
play
it?
video games too.
Mario Kart doesn't count, Mike.
It counts. The
I'm just
Lego
kidding.
ones.
Sure, it counts.
I know. I like the dorkiest ones. I don't care. They're so fun.
You have fun.
Yeah.
Like you're like woohoo.
Yes.
And
So
is
fun.
it pure fun?
Or like doing here's super. I think I'm just a major dork. So another thing that's really fun to
is
me-
SEO fun?
There are some aspects of what some of our work is really fun. Like we were testing something today. We were doing a recipe, right? And it just couldn't get it. And the moment we did it, I legit like got up and did a little like dance. So fun. That was a fun
Figuring
moment
stuff
because I
out
was
is
like,
fun.
yeah, like we did it.
Solving problems.
Nobody's gonna know except for me. Like I know I did that.
Wow.
It's just
That is
solving
really
problems.
dorky.
I know I'm a dork. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow, that's interesting.
I'm trying to tell them for years. I'm a dork. I'm a little bit of a.
I do like solving
Nerd.
problems. When we had that big ass leak in the hallway,
Yeah.
you remember we had just fucking a flood of water coming from my ceiling.
It's like a puzzle, probably.
Right. So I put a bucket, and I was like, "How can I have this bucket flowing out into the drain without me having to like dump it every 5 minutes because that's how much water was falling.
Did you do like in the cartoons,
Bro.
where you had like a little?
Bro.
Really?
Bro.
Did you take a picture? I want to see it.
Yes, I took a picture.
Okay, well, see, the dork in me wants to see
I'll
the
explain
picture.
it to you. I'll explain
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Because that's more interesting
So-
and quicker than just
first-
showing me the picture.
I broke into the maintenance
Yeah.
room, the building, and they had this big ass bucket. I'm like, okay, I'm putting this bucket there, and then I have a siphon tube.
This could be a prank, like when you do the. Okay, keep going.
I had
No,
a
go
siphon
ahead.
tube, and for the turtle tanks. So
What's a siphon tube? Is it those funnel looking?
it's like
things?
a physics tube. No, so it's like there's a pump, and once the water starts flowing out,
Oh, like a distillery.
I don't know.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
thought a distillery was like how they make liquor.
Yeah.
So
Oh, like when you need gasolina and you steal it from the car.
Yes,
That's a
I think
siphon
it's
tube.
the
I know exactly
same-
what that is.
same
Not that I've
concept.
done it, but I definitely know what that is.
she's done it, dude.
I know what the siphon tube is. Okay,
so,
go.
Okay, so
I'm
there's
with
a
ya.
pump. Once the water passes the pump, and as long as the pump is below the water level of wherever you're taking the water from, it just keeps going until it can't take out any more water. Physics, I don't know. Do the math.
Yeah, I don't know how. No, I don't think we want to. Let's just
Well,
know it works.
so-
This is one of
so
those
it
things where
works.
we just need to know it works. Done. Next.
Right.
Move on
and
with
then,
our lives.
And then that's how you end up getting vaccines for shit that whatever. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
So the siphon tube has
This
a
is
little
distracting.
lever. And
You're
I
right.
can't help myself, Mari. Every time a phone turns on,
I know. I just did it.
I hate
This is
myself.
number 3.
But it's your phone, so it's fine. You could do it. But like when Leslie's on her phone and shit, as soon as like her phone blinks up, I go, and I'm like, oh fuck, sorry,
Really?
I didn't mean to. I swear, I'm not.
Not that guy.
I can't help myself, and it's not because it's not even her phone. It's
Yeah.
like if Jared's phone is there,
Yes.
I'll fucking like, who's that? I'm fucking. I'm addicted.
Are you nosier with your cousins than you are with your girlfriend?
I don't think I'm nosy. I think I'm addicted to my cell phone. Is what it is.
Oh yeah, there is an addiction there.
So it's like
I think
see
they're
it blink.
designed that way too. Like there's just, and plus it's so much part of our lives that I can't help it. Like for me, this is a connection to multiple things. Like I can't disconnect from it.
You can.
Well, my livelihood, for example. So
Right.
there's like a 9 to X amount of time in the day where I have to do hourly check-ins,
Oh,
right?
So that goes back to the whole thing that we were talking. Okay, let me explain you my siphon.
Oh
tube.
yeah, let's talk about the siphon.
And
That's
then we can
super
talk about
interesting.
how you can actually.
I do want to know. Go for it.
So there's a little pulley valve thing
Yeah.
on the siphon tube.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to calculate the amount of water that is falling into the bucket,
Okay.
that it goes out of the siphon tube into the drain consistently,
Yeah.
so that it doesn't take out too much water.
You can adjust that?
Yes, Mari.
Dang.
It's 2023.
No, that's an old school valvey thing. That's not that.
Right, exactly. So
not like
imagine
AI.
2023, dude. It is AI.
Sorry.
No.
Ooh, that would be like, yeah, I don't know what age that is. See, this is where we're ignorant. Okay, go ahead.
And that's it. So it just I had to make sure that the siphon didn't take out more water than was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had to make sure that it wasn't taken not enough so that the bucket overflows.
Yeah.
And that was it. And
How long
it took
did
a
it
lot
take
of
you to
trial
do
and
that?
a few hours.
Yeah, see? So after that, but didn't you feel accomplished?
Yeah.
And
I sent a
fun.
video
It
to
was
my
like,
cousins,
yeah.
and Ruben was the most excited for me.
It's kind of cool,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of,
Because Ruben's crazy like that too. Ruben is straight
He
up
likes
like
to figure stuff out.
mechanically minded.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see? That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It was
And I
fun.
love
was very
hanging
proud
out
of
with like
myself.
people. Another thing I find really fun, if I find I have like a good flow of conversation with someone, I could do that for hours. It doesn't, like, I don't get tired.
I get tired.
Yeah.
I get tired of talking too much. But
I
it's
think
weird.
depends on
wasn't
the
before.
conversation for me. Like some people, I gotta say, sometimes I'm
They
in.
suck.
Sometimes I'm like, I gotta.
That's when people
This
suck.
could end, but no, for the yeah.
Well, you know, like you ever
No,
talk
it's
to
just
people?
people talk different. Like there's different. I don't think it's a people suck situation for me. For me, it's like I don't need to. There's stuff that sometimes like there's certain topics that aren't of interest to me. Like for example, any reality TV show, I don't know.
Does it
I'm
drain
not-
you?
I'm not in. No, I don't. I don't even know who they are.
Right, but does it drain you? Like hearing people talk about that, like, oh my
yes,
God.
it feels like it's forever. And I appreciate that I can see they're interested, and I'm like, okay, this is a pause. You all talk. I'm gonna sit here.
How do you feel? How do you feel about
like talking about purses is another one where I'm like, I'm out.
What do you mean? You don't like Michael Kors?
I barely know who that is. I know who those are now. You know why I know? Because of Marilyn and Grizel.
Fucci?
Whenever they teach me things.
They like Fucci?
Oh, Gucci.
Gucci is fake Gucci.
I like
Fucci is the Gucci on 26th Street.
I think it's cool that people like it. It's not that it's not a judgment thing. I promise you. It's just, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So then I'll be there in the conversation, but I have nothing to add to that conversation. Like, you don't want to know my insight on purses. I have none.
I can understand it because of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I can talk about the design. I like if I see, like, it happens, sometimes I'll be at Grizel's and she'll have a purse and I'm like, oh, I really like that design. Ooh. But it's independent of the brand. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'll appreciate like the contours or the shape of it or the
colors,
the color, and the stitching, like certain things about it that I really appreciate, but it's not so much the brand. Like it's independent of what brand it is.
You know, I do think a lot of like when I started to stop caring so much about Nike and Adidas and all of that.
Yeah. Like name part of it? Or?
Yeah, I wanted to look into more, okay, yes, Nike, but who designed the Nike shoe?
The designer.
Who did it?
Yeah, I think that's, to me, yes.
But it doesn't matter anymore because I think it's a team of people that put it
but
all
that's
together.
legit. Like we were talking about the Bronco, the new one that came out, remember?
Yes.
It's just it's just so beautiful. I swear, I see them pass by and I'm like, there you are. Hi.
Are you going to get it?
I don't know. I would love to.
Are you going to go off-roading if you get it? If you have a Bronco and you don't go off-roading, I'm going to make fun of you.
Off-roading.
It's an off-road vehicle. It's a SUV. It's a true SUV, a sports utility vehicle. Nothing is more...
Does La Lomita count on Montrose?
You could take it up there, but you'll probably be arrested, to be honest with you. I don't think you could take it up there.
On my lookout?
There's
what do you call those?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be a lookout.
A spot?
A spot, yeah.
Pigeon? Or something?
What
does the Italian mafia call them? I don't know.
I don't know.
So
the design is, I love that. I love the design. I don't know who designed it, whoever it is. I swear every time I see it, every time I see it, I'm like, good job, guys. Like in my mind, I'm like, they did well here. Like whoever they are. And I don't.
Ford, baby.
I guess, Ford, I don't know if they tell us. Ford is the brand, but I don't know who the person, like there had to be a team of people that went in there and did the first concepts, the sketches, all of that. Right.
Yeah. Right, yeah. But I think Ford actually there's like design executive or whatever who takes the credit for it. But he probably has
even
a team
then there's a
people.
Credit and there's a director of it where
director of design,
right?
Ford, director
but then
of
there's
engineering, director of
somebody did that initial sketch. Do you know what I mean? Who was that? And then those kind of things are a team because then it's not just that. Like it might be different teams that even do the different parts of the car. I have no idea.
I think
we gotta find that out.
Historically, it was much more common because I think like it's known who designed the Mustang. Like it's known who designed the original Bronco or who was in charge of Ford when.
Yeah, but I don't know how that is now.
Now I feel like it's so corporate now because it was Henry fucking Ford, and then it was like I think his son or something like that. Oh. But then he had like the actual like the name Shelby is so fucking common in cars because he was an engineer and a racer, I guess, more than anything. But,
oh, that's cool.
But
that's
what I'm
is that what that
is?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, Carroll Shelby. Carroll Shelby. Yeah, is let's cut to a commercial break. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
I don't know. So you find solving problems fun.
Fun, yeah.
What else? Like what about things that I'm gonna die.
Maybe we do need a break. Where's your? Oh, you have.
I have Red Bull.
Cheers. I don't want any.
You don't want?
Well, now we have to.
Yeah. Ready? So.
Water pressure.
So, what were we talking about? work.
We're talking about fun.
Laziness.
But I think that fun has a part of it, right? So when we were growing up, I don't know if you were too young to remember, but when we were little, some of my first memories of like the fun in the family is getting together. Yeah. There's some meal of some sort, and then my dad would bring out the guitar, talking. Everybody would be talking, and there would be drinking, and that would be their fun. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I can't do it. I can't.
And they would be like, the end of that would be singing. Like they would all be singing and the la rancheras. That was fun. But we would play as kids, right? Yeah. The thing that still holds on to that is like when we're at my dad's house, that tradition still continues.
Yeah.
And but now it's cool because it's not just during the special holidays that they would all get together. Like, for example, like Yolis and your mom, they go over there on Saturday sometimes. And I'll try to make it if I can. Because I know there's going to be a tecito. And there's going to be a guitar. And the tecito's tequila.
Yeah,
that's a little...
I've noticed mi tía
Yolis
Yolis...
tecito.
Yeah. Mi tía Yolis has been going in on tequila recently. Yeah, so Yeye, the alcoholic cousin of the family.
She is not an alcoholic. No es cierto.
She loves to drink.
She likes to party.
That doesn't mean she's probably the only
but yes,
normal
we'll watch
person
out for her.
in the family. Yes, we definitely should. I think, yeah, like her birthdays are going to be a good time. Because she's the only normal one in the family.
What do you mean normal?
She knows how to have a good time. And I feel like...
Do you mean that you recognize...
We're so sheltered.
Maybe you have in common the way she likes to have fun is also how you like to have fun.
I think the way most people like... Because look, everyone, when Yeye is... I don't know, dude. People like to talk, and I think that talking is so lame. Let's play a board game. Let's play video games. Ironically, we're doing a fucking podcast.
Well, we'll do that
blast,
too.
Right? But...
That's what I'm saying, man. Don't resist. We're people that talk, el cafecito. Look, just don't resist that. It's okay. What if?
Dude, it's been 50 minutes.
What if?
And it just flew by.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Listen, man. What if? You like talking and? Like, what if we keep the talking part that we love, which is so juicy, minus the gossip part, because I want to get rid of all that.
I was playing Call of Duty with Jared's friends.
And we do game nights, and we do, okay.
I was playing Call of Duty with Jared's friends. I was trying to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So we were in a group of 4. It was me, Jared, and 2 of his friends. And Jared's friends just wanted to talk. He was talking about his love life. And I couldn't focus on the game because, his story was very enthralling and interesting, I guess. But I was like, I can't, dude. But are we playing here or like I'm trying to win? But that doesn't
mean you don't like to talk. That means that you don't like to talk while you're playing video games.
Yeah.
So we do these game nights, right?
Who's we and why am I not there?
I'll invite you. It started during COVID, when COVID stuff was going on.
Ooh, I'm telling.
And we used
President
to do,
Biden.
I used to always bring like board games and stuff when I visited my mom and dad. And then whoever was there, we'd all play, right? When Abby was little.
What do you play? Checkers?
No, but we should do that one. That one's good.
Checkers?
Yeah.
That was a joke, dude. Ew. I played checkers when I was in preschool.
Oh, no. You've not played at my parents' house.
Checkers. Your mom likes to play the jacks.
She's the best at that.
That's nuts.
We cannot beat her. Nobody can beat her. Yes.
That's so crazy. She's blows
so
my fucking
good.
mind every time.
She's so good.
It should be illegal.
No, we play all kinds of stuff. The ones that we play, we put this one on the shelf because there's babies now. But we used to play throw burrito, and it would get cut throat. Like Roseli
she got smacked
injured
with
a couple times. Yeah, no, just on her own.
Well, you have to like get out of the way or something.
Oh, it's like a war. It's really fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but anyway, there's a bunch. We play Uno. We play.
Have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
No.
Is it what it is?
Yeah, I've just not played it, but
it's fun.
I would do that.
Probably good podcast material too.
We can do it. See, it's so fun. I love board game. Well, the thing is, like, all depends on who's there. I don't like it when people take it too seriously. So if it's like it's to win.
I'm competitive. I want to win.
If you're that competitive where you're getting upset,
I don't get upset
because
but I get intense.
I might just laugh about it, like I'm laughing now.
That's how it should be.
Because I'd be like, this is
That's
the game.
Crazy because you get it. because you get it. I'm intense
like
about it.
At the end of the day, it's a game.
Yes, don't take my seriousness so serious. I'm just fucking around trying to have a good time.
Oh no.
That's that's the response that is appropriate to me. Be like, what the fuck, dude? No,
I would
can't
laugh.
do that. Yes.
I'd be like, whoa.
Because obviously it's ridiculous. Yeah, right? It's obviously like
remember
ridiculous.
you're an adult.
I'm fucking 30 years old, dude. And you're I'm
like, it's okay. It's okay. You're winning at life. It's okay.
But I'm not.
Maybe you're
That's
not.
the only thing I have going for me. God damn it. That's why I want to win this war zone. And stop talking to me about your girlfriends, dude. Please.
I don't care. Well, I'm like, so whenever I like to, I don't know. I think but those kind of things can get intense because like you got to be focused to even, because you're going to get killed in the game.
Dude, I feel so alive after playing Warzone.
Really?
Like it's 3 a.m. I shut it off.
I don't know what that is, Emmy. You got to
It's a shooter.
to me. Oh,
so it's like they call it it's a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
There's 100 players.
Mm-hmm.
We play quads, so it's 25 teams of 4 people.
Okay.
And you just have to survive.
Oh, it's you against all of those?
It's a big map. Yeah, it's a really big map, and
oh, man.
as the time goes by, the map gets smaller and smaller, and you can't get caught in the outside of the map getting smaller because you die. There's like a smoke that comes in.
Oh, it's like a virtual Hunger Games.
It's intense.
Dang.
It's amazing, Maddie. It's the best fucking game ever. It's not the best game ever, but it's so
good.
intense.
No, I hear. Yeah, I can.
So
I probably won't play. Maybe I would with you, but then I feel like you're too
I don't
intense.
want to play
I can't
with
be
you.
on
I
your
would
team.
be pissed, dude. If
I
you're
gotta
like,
bring
Maddie,
the
what
Ninas. I'll bring Yvonne and Rosalie in.
If
and
you
Medium. If Medium was on our team, we would win.
If you
that girl's
listen,
good.
maybe.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to get on Warzone with you guys. It would be fun.
You're gonna get upset with me
should
if I do
listen.
something wrong. And
Of course, but that's the point. You should
That's not
listen.
the life I want to live.
You should listen to our group chats in our team. Me, Carlos, his cousin Jeff, and his friend David. I guess they're my friends now too. Jeff. Oh, you met Jeff?
I met a long time ago. The guy from Cali, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's my dude, man. He's cool.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah,
I
we're
remember
friends.
him.
We're all friends now. We even
Cheers
got a
to
group chat. Jeff is that guy, you know? So
I know what that means, but I do remember him.
It's intense. We play to fucking win, dude.
Oh.
What the fuck are you doing? Emmy, you fucking this and you that.
Yeah.
Slurs get thrown. Just
really?
Kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not interested. That would not be fun to me.
Oh,
that
it's
would not
so
be
fun.
All right. That part of it would make it then not fun.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's fun. It's fine.
Well, for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you. I'm not interested in having someone
yell at me.
No.
I love it.
No, thank you.
Because I get to yell back and say, dude, it's your fault because this, and that.
Yeah, no, I don't need to do that either. I have no interest in doing that.
You have...
Zero.
You have no... let's see. You have no, like... What's like cathartic for you? What like gets it out?
Well, I'm very like honest about what I'm feeling in the moment. Like
You don't let it build?
I try not to anymore. So I don't feel like I need an outlet of that way, right? Like I'll just say, you know.
Yeah.
And plus I have the perspective that really my life is okay. Like we're good.
I know.
There's not much to be upset about. Like we're good. Everything's fine. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I think I went through some darker times where now I'm like, no, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not angry.
Can't relate.
I am. There's anger, but it's not the lens through which I see the world. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not, I have yeah.
Here we are back at anger again.
It's always there. I'm telling you. Do you, see.
These are more like therapy
I feel
sessions
we should embrace our anger. We should embrace all of it.
Yeah, that's why I embrace it while I'm fucking shooting
like our own.
Up in Warzone.
So maybe that's a healthy outlet, you know?
Of course, yeah. Would you rather me that or
like sports and those kind of things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is your sport. This is your. So when somebody gives you a hard time in the family about doing playing video games, you're gonna be like, "This is my therapy."
I gotta get into the war zone. Kill people.
I don't think there's a problem with playing video games. I think if it's taking away from other things you want to do in your life, or it's it's an addiction that you're not in control of, that's where the problem is. It's not so much the thing.
Yeah, I mean, people really are like that. Like the video games really take over their life. Like at the beginning, we were joking, kind of joking, but saying like I'm lazy. All I do is play video games. Like there's people that really do like they're in debt because they're playing video games, and
that's a problem.
That's a whole.
But the playing video games not a big deal. It can be just another thing.
I mean, just like you could smoke a little meth as long as you're still working. And no, I'm joking.
You're gonna have a lot of explaining to do. This is gonna be.
That was a joke. He's gonna, Mr. Officer. But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was thinking about the family. Like they would be like, Emmanuel
hace metanfetamina? What? No, dude, that's a joke.
Well, I think that's part of our. It is seen as being lazy to sit and play video games, right? For sure. Like we weren't allowed to play when we were younger. Wait, do you remember? Okay, my cousin Eddie. Now that you know who he is,
my friend Eddie,
cousin Eddie. I love Edo. Eddie. No, okay, we'll move on. He used to have a Nintendo, the original Atari, like the old. We grew up with them, right? And we would love it. It was like our favorite thing, my favorite thing for sure. And my mom would be like, "No, go outside, váyanse afuera y a jugar." Like she, to her credit, would always. She was really good that way in like trying to get us outside. And we would get these Nerf balls.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then they were so cheap, and she would buy. No, what we would do is like toss them on the roof so that we could tell her, we don't have a ball anymore. What are we going to play? Can we play video games?
That's very manipulative of you.
Yeah, she was.
Does she know this? So. And then one day they're cleaning the roof. They're cleaning the gutters, and there's all these fucking balls there.
Yeah, it was on the garage. It wasn't a good plan.
What the hell's going on?
No, this is my mother. She's not. She's gonna be like, okay, well, pónganse a limpiar. Yeah. It would backfire, but we would still want to like try. Like once in a while, she would give in, and that was enough. Yeah.
I feel so lucky to have grown up with video games. Video games are such an important part of my life that I hold near and dear. And oh my god, I feel like because I
remember Jared when you guys were growing up. There was I don't know if it was somebody asked me like, oh, but they're playing video games. I'm like, I think it's okay. Like, I remember you guys or somebody told me that Jared was really good at them.
Jared's the shit at Call of Duty. He's a fucking
dog.
And I
remember having a conversation with one of you. We're like, well, if you like it, just like go for it. Because at that time people were getting competitive and getting. There were contests during that time or something where people were making money. Like he could, right? If he was that good.
He is that good.
Well, then what's he doing?
Not doing that. He's fucking doing something else.
Had it.
Yeah, no, he's that good.
I'm gonna get in trouble suggesting that too. I'm not trying to say
quit your job.
You could work and also do that like for fun and money.
But because nowadays it's so competitive and there's so many good players. Giovanni,
I have like a weird. Hold on, keep going.
Giovanni, when he was a little kid, I would beat the shit out of him in Call of Duty. No mercy, just ruthless with this little 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And he's like, yeah, he was yell at me. He would like throw the remote.
Why would you do that? He's a
laughing.
Kid.
Let me tell you why. It's good. That's how my brother did to me. And that's how you do to the next generation. Yeah.
Or you could guide them and teach them how to do it.
That's not going to work. You have to show them you have to show them how bad you can lose to really appreciate the wins, and you can get that good.
Okay.
Anyways, Giovanni, now he is levels above
you guys.
Oh yeah.
And you attribute that to, I'm curious now that I know I would ask him like how much of it, because I wonder if I'm not sure if that's the only way to get there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
But
that's how that also can be effective for sure. But what I'm saying is that, maybe if it wasn't so pressured into it, you know what I mean?
I didn't pressure him. I was just beating him.
Yeah.
He's the one that decided I need to get good.
Yeah.
So I can do to him what he did to me. And now I can't hold a fucking candle to this kid. He's insane. He's a fucking dog, man. He's fucking running, picking up, shooting. It's nuts seeing him play. Yeah. It's crazy. Omar is really good too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's as good as Gio though, but Gio's a fucking monster, man. Like,
oh wow,
Jeff, I don't know this, but I think he used to play professionally, or maybe he was like almost playing professionally, and Gio can play with these guys. Like Carlos he's so good.
really?
Yeah. Like we'd be losing because Carlos is like
Out.
fucking off, like eating a sandwich or something, and he's like
back in the game,
and then he's like, oh hold on, I'll be right back. Literally, Carlos gets back. All right, I'm gonna get good. I'm gonna start playing now. And literally, you just see the score fucking like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how good he is, and that's why I get yelled at a lot.
Yeah, I'm not playing with any of you.
I cannot play at that level.
Is that what you're trying to get better to get on their same level?
No, it's not gonna happen.
You're just doing it for enjoyment.
I like to play. I'm keeping up. I'm getting some kills, and we've gotten a couple wins under our belt in this most recent run.
Yeah,
that's what we did during the pandemic. The pandemic was war zone every single day, 6 hours a day, no bullshit.
Well, yeah. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It was a pandemic.
It was amazing, and then we just got the group back together because
I think I'm not at your level. I know I am not at your level. I was proud of myself because there's like a Lego Star Wars that's in there that I like to play, and then I'll do it like at night, like after I'm done with everything, and I only play for like an hour or so, and that's it. Like I'll do a little thing
with Abby.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes just by myself.
No shit.
Yeah.
What, you're playing like on the Switch or something?
No.
On the Wii?
No. I leveled it up. I got an Xbox.
You have an Xbox?
Yes.
Marty.
Don't be. Is that bad or good? Because I don't know.
I have an Xbox.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's back here.
I didn't know if to get that or a PlayStation.
Same
really. So I got the one because it was on sale.
If you're playing Lego Star Wars, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm not even at that level where there's a difference. So I'm going to get the one that's on sale. Okay. So anyway, there's like a section where you're moving in between worlds. And
is it the new Star Wars Lego game or which one?
Since last winter. Okay. I don't know what it is. You can ask Abby.
Star Wars?
The Star Wars. All of them.
The Skywalker Saga. That just came
one.
Out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
It's pretty good. I can't play those games though because there's so much. You have to collect this and collect that. Yep. I'm so ADHD, or OCD is the right one.
But no, it is. There's a lot of stuff. So I like to do the exploring part of it. So that's why sometimes I'll go by myself, because then if it's Abby, she's more like, let's just get it done. Yeah. She's very like task. Yeah. And I'm like, but wait. And I say, you'll see like the little 8 pop up and I'm like, I'm not done. Let me just get this one thing. It's like
collect all the coins.
I hold her back.
And all
that
shit.
She's like, yeah.
There's this game called Starfield that came out earlier this year. And the story, like there's a main story. Mm-hmm. But there's so many side stories. This is like,
what's it called?
Starfield.
You're like that one.
You're traveling through the universe, basically, planet to planet. Each planet has its own system or each solar system has its own planets, and you can collect different resources: uranium, copper, everything, because you have to build your base.
It's like an actual our planets. It's not like a fantasy kind of made up stuff.
No, it's set in
our time
in 2220 or something like that. So 200 years in the future. Oh, so yeah, we've colonized the galaxy, and it's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
but again, I mean, it's a cool story actually. I think you might enjoy it. It's very story driven.
I like that kind of stuff. The first video game that I remember playing, where it was with my first computer, which was like this old
Lara Croft Tomb Raider on your Apple computer.
Yes,
I used to.
Did I tell you already?
I remember. I remember those triangle titties on Lara
The
Croft.
graphics were so. Remember?
You just said.
You could tell
Everybody
the design.
Remembers that.
You're like, I know there's some guy designed that. You know.
Hell yeah.
I know. But I didn't care because like it was so good, you know.
Yeah, I never played the story.
I
but
remember
I would
getting stuck sometimes, though, because that You
remember the mansion when you would like just run around the mansion?
I would do that.
You would get the little butler stuck in the refrigerator.
Yes, and they would be like,
yeah, you remember that?
Like they didn't care about the poor butler just roaming around in circles or like stuck in a corner. The poor guy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so stressful playing that game because your cursors. You said you like playing with your cursors, right?
Different though.
It's different because I remember that one. This is like ages ago.
Did you use the mouse also back then?
No, it was cursor only. Yes,
like the 3 things and then
yeah.
This is how you want to play like shooters, probably not every game, but a lot of games, probably shooters primarily. This is what you want.
Oh,
this is the setup you want, because
noted.
Yeah. So when you start playing,
I'm not gonna
on your Lego Star Wars.
I don't think I want to play. Now that I know how you guys play,
yeah,
I will watch you from afar, from across the street at a coffee shop somewhere.
We might start streaming.
You guys done yet? I don't want to.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. It's intense and like we talk a lot of shit, but it's never out of malice. You know, it's always like, you fucking idiot. You, what the fuck? I told you to be over here, this and that.
Well, there has to be like, it's people that you know and trust. Like it's this behavior that you've all accepted. I
think it's more the culture.
Like nobody's taking offense, right?
Right, for sure. It's part of the culture, because when I was playing with Jared's friends, I don't know these guys, but they were talking to me like if they've known me my whole life. You fucking idiot. You fucking this. Like, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't do that to my friends.
Yeah,
like I would never think. I think of like when also like when we're playing board games, like when Roseli and Yvonne are there, Grizel, first of all, is the worst cheat ever. Like she cheats. She cheats?
I hate that.
Yeah.
I would not have a good time with cheat.
She's too cute though, because she looks cute when she does it.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll be pissed, dude.
But we're like, no, I know she does. So I'm like,
You want to talk about getting angry?
Really?
During playing? Yes. I do not stand for cheaters.
Picture the memory game.
What's the memory game? Is that like Guess Who?
No, where you have all the cards on the table. This is game night. This is not this. This is game night, right? So like you have all the cards on the table and you have to match. Are you telling me
memory game
that you would take that so seriously that you would
Yes. Don't
we're not
fucking cheat.
Don't play with you.
You don't cheat. Cheating is not
play
fun.
with her.
When is
you're
cheating
gonna get in a
fun?
fight. Yeah, no, don't play with Grizel.
I can't stand cheaters.
Cheat. She's gonna
I can't
cheat.
stand cheaters. It's because of my parents' trauma. No, just kidding.
It's become part of our games now, where if we know we're playing with her, we gotta watch her. And, you know, it's kind of fun. Bro. It's funny.
Hell no. Dude, I'd be pissed. Let me check if the phone's still recording.
Oh, right.
Just for fun.
We're just watching. Is it good?
What the fuck, dude?
That's so dumb.
I can't stand cheaters. It pisses me off. Because we're still trying to play a game. We made an agreement to play this fucking game and see who's going to win.
That's so intense. That's surprising to me, because it's a new side that I've not seen of you.
I am a angry little man.
No, it's like you're expecting, you're holding someone up to
professionalism.
Right. And so back to the being on time, that same expectation that you have of, we've agreed to this. That's you're okay with that for games, but you're not okay with that for start time for like meet me at a place. So there's like
I think meet me at a place is different than work starts at 9 or whatever.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously you differentiate, right?
Yeah.
But it's very similar. Like it's the same mindset, right? You're just not, you should do that face so they see.
I think they saw.
No.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to call you out. I'm actually
You're calling me out and I don't like it.
I know it's a call out. I'm aware of that. But at the same time, I did it to like, it just popped in my head when you were going there. I'm like, oh no, this is what that thing is. I don't think, because that's why
well, I think it's just a matter of, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll be there. 9 o'clock. Okay. I'll be there at 9-ish. I'm not going to be there at 9:30.
You just don't. There's something about being there on time that is messing with it, because you're capable of holding a standard, right? And you're capable of
I'll be there within
fulfilling your commitments, just not this one.
I'll be there. I mean, it's just like the 9 on the dot thing is a weird one to me. It's like maybe 9:04.
Yeah. It's so strange that you're maybe like, it's so consistent though.
And it's not on purpose. I swear it's not on purpose. It's not a conscious, I'm going to be there 4 minutes late because fuck this. No. It's not
something
that.
in there's happening. Well, now that you're aware of it.
It's just I don't care. You know what I'm saying? 9:04 to me is the same thing as 9 o'clock.
Yes.
908,
but
maybe.
it's like,
that's a little crazy.
Here's why I'm curious about it. I'm curious how that's gonna keep going for you, but I am, because here's why. Because if you really didn't care, you would just be like, I don't care, fine, 9 o'clock, and you'd just be there at 9.
That's hilarious.
When you really don't
you're
care.
trying to gaslight me into fucking getting places.
It's not gaslighting.
Yeah, 100%. You're 100%.
No, I'm not saying something else. I'm giving you a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gaslighting. A wrong perspective. No, just.
All right, you push back that way. Meanwhile, what if anybody other than Grizel listens to us, I'm sure that everybody in your family will be like, yeah, I'm out of Utah.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not why I said that.
100% everyone is going to.
Yeah, but that's not why I said that.
My whole life, that's what it's been.
Because we all do that. That this is just, we're talking about being on time, right? But we all let ourselves down in so many ways. Like me, I'm talking about what was I talking about? The potato chip, right? Like the cravings. I'm like, oh my God. And then, or if I don't eat, if you're not eating well, if you don't sleep the next day, you're like, you're off. Or there's all kinds of stuff that we do.
Shit, can't relate.
Like
I sleep.
And I know I'm going to say this, even the gossiping. Like, I'm not going to talk about this person anymore. And then you're there talking about them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
That's a weakness. That's something that you allowed yourself to talk about that person. So it's not, I'm not trying to like call you out, really. I'm not.
You call me out.
Even though I did.
Yeah. But
that wasn't the intention to like.
I love getting called out because I can push back and fight. I'm looking for reasons to fight, dude.
No, we don't need to do that. No, it was really of that whole thing, right? Of like, so the 9 to 5, that's related to like, do you ever think that you would be able to go back?
If I needed to?
Yeah.
I'm not above it, obviously. Yeah. I mean, because I saw my parents do it their whole life, I'm not going to be like, no. But I don't have to right now. So
it is part of our culture. Like that's one of those stereotypes that we have.
Yeah, just
that
get
like
there,
hardworking,
do your job and
immigrant, Mexican. Do you know what I mean? That holds true in our family.
I'll say this, man. I don't know if it's the culture because I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah.
But people in my family are so hardworking. And to the point where like I'm the lazy one, and I feel that like when I was working at Amazon, I felt like I was the fucking star of the fucking show because people just did not want to fucking put in the minimum effort.
So when you were there, well, that's what I worked with you, and my experience is not that you're lazy. I don't
crazy.
Feel that at all. Like I was
ask
able
my
to
mother, she'll tell you.
I told you. That's not my fault if they don't believe me, but I can speak from personal experience from working with you. And it's your circumstances we didn't have enough work at the time for what you needed, but I would have, and I wouldn't think twice about it. I loved working with you, and I thought you were very reliable, like except for the time thing.
So that's the thing.
But I knew that if I gave you something and things needed to get done, not only would you do it, you were also fully capable. Like you would problem solve, you would get it done quickly and well. Like but there wasn't an issue with your work ethic.
But
it wasn't a work ethic issue.
Yeah. Because from what I saw my whole life.
That's for
Mom, you hear that, Mom?
That's what I
yeah. No, but like everyone in my family was so hardworking that to me, like just doing the bare minimum is like
not
I'm there
enough.
to fucking work. Like, what are you doing? I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's enough. That's what I'm saying. People aren't willing to do the stereotype of like Mexicans are lazy and shit.
Well, I don't know that stereotype.
Well, that's an old stereotype. You know the
stereotype
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
I've never heard that ever.
The sleeping Mexican with like the fucking sombrero covering his face.
Oh, that is not at all modern.
I just said sombrero and I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry.
La Chona.
La Chona. La Chona. Call back to the last episode. So.
We did talk about that.
That stereotype just did not make sense to me because Mexican people are the most hardworking fucking people I've ever.
I've never heard that one.
It's just people talking shit. Probably.
Really?
I mean, it's like what the Venezuelans are getting here in Chicago right now. Probably.
Oh,
just
like
they
the
don't
fresh,
want to work.
that
they
fresh
want
thing.
handouts. Blah blah blah.
The fresh. Every immigrant. I feel like many.
immigrants
That's a story of
are
many
fucking
immigrants.
lazy, and immigrants are here to take our jobs.
That's the stereotype, right? Yeah. So that's the.
No, that's the. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
You know what I mean? But like throughout our U.S. history,
Yeah.
for sure, and you see this happening in Europe too, but and everywhere. But it is that like if things are not doing well, if you're not doing well, like of course you're gonna look down on the outside person coming in, right?
Yeah.
And like there's stories of almost every group of immigrants since this country started being ousted. You know what I mean? Regardless of color or whatever, it's just you immigrant people.
This group of people,
right? Yeah,
Irish people, Italian
right.
people.
They all have stories of hardship where they had to prove themselves, right, or overcome stereotypes to find their place.
Yeah, yeah, but that's the crazy.
So
thing.
that's a new one for me.
That's a crazy thing because you never heard the lazy Mexican ones. That was when I was a kid. I would hear the jokes. I mean, again, that's something that would offend me because I thought like that's just not true.
Well, it's definitely not true in our family for sure. No way.
But again, maybe that's just because our family's hardworking. We think that every
We're too
Mexican
busy.
is hardworking. Yeah, who gives a shit? You know,
maybe
Mexicans
wrong.
are lazy. Who knows?
Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that's. Oh,
I don't know.
Do you think those? Oh, that would be interesting.
No, I don't think so.
Because I mean, I'm not going to dwell on it, but still,
you hear the stories of like
we're too busy.
You hear the stories of, taking the shitty jobs just to have a job. There's no way that group of people is lazy if they're doing the shitty jobs just to make a living.
We literally come here to work.
Yeah, but
like
it's
our
it's
legacy in recent times. Is like right.
Like you hear like
they're literally coming to work. Like they're not coming.
But it's not a Mexican thing. I think it's an immigrant thing.
An immigrant thing.
Like you had like the Chinese immigrants built the railroads or whatever. The Indian people are like all the doctors in America or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I hear like Jamaicans are like the most hardworking people ever. Also, it's just an immigrant thing.
It's an immigrant thing. Yeah, it's funny how. I mean, it's the thing about that is, I guess you hear it, but when you are like the child of an immigrant family, like where I saw my dad work, like that we're not when you're a kid, like you're not necessarily. Even if you hear those things, you're also like, you're busy. Like we're not in the discussions. Like we're not discussing in the town hall, most of us.
Right. Well, we're
not activists, most of us. We're here to work and they want to just work, provide for their families, like get a good education.
Yeah. It's the more Americanized.
Like they didn't get handouts. You know what I mean?
The more Americanized people that are like in the trenches of the, political.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I'm not. They're all discussing. I'm not. Yeah. We're working. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what it is. Yeah. That's why like it's always hard for me to have those discussions with people because in my head, from my perspective, and I hate to say this, but not to dismiss people's stories are different, but in my story, it's just like, dude, just shut the fuck up, get to work, and do what you have to do. Yeah. In my head, that's all. I know that's not everybody's reality.
No, but that's okay. There are people that do have that passion for being activists and speaking out, and I think there's a place for each. Yeah, right. For sure. We can't all be activists. We can't all. It's just not possible. Yeah. Right.
My thing, 100% is like Jack Cornfield says: tend to the part of the garden that you can touch.
Oh, that's a good one. I like.
Try to be the best person you can in your life. Be a good example for other people and fucking.
Yeah, like I think there's been instances, for example, which I find them funny now. I would get more offended when I was younger, but the stereotypes that I would hear that would be I would hear this one a lot at the bakery where I worked because it's just customers calling in and they could not imagine that someone like that looked like me, would speak Spanish. And that's obvious to me. And you know what I mean? Even in my voice, I know I must sound like there must be some words and accents that come out where like, oh,
do you speak Spanish?
I meant.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I couldn't tell because of your voice.
Yeah. No, but what I mean is like because their stereotypes are like somebody that speaks in a certain way or not fluent. You know, that like thing where like, oh, you're so articulate. Oh yeah, I was born and raised here, so I speak English. It's that. That's like what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
I've gotten that where I have to remind people. Like, I just have to say, yeah, well, I was born here and I went to school here. Like, that is why.
Stereotypes. That's what it is.
Those stereotypes. So then that I would in those moments I would address that. Like, I wouldn't let that slide because I felt like
I can't do it. I'm just like, I just let people have their ideas, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude.
But the point is, like, just me saying, no, I'm Mexican. No, I'm like, just me saying that already is like, like, you don't have to do much.
You should just be like,
I don't have to call them out. I don't have to beat them down.
You should have just said, ¿Qué dijiste?
¿Qué dijiste?
Es que no hablo inglés, sorry. No, perdón, es que no entiendo lo que estás diciendo.
But the thing is, like, even when you do,
and then like, they send immigration to you.
You don't know if it's effective, really, because you're not going to see that person ever again.
There's no point. There's a space for that, but a lot of times it's like people are like, I have to take this stand, and it's like, you don't have to. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. Well, you don't have to get offended. Like, you don't have to get like all up in arms.
Yeah.
Out of everything, because sometimes some things are said out of just ignorance. They just don't know any better, and they don't mean anything by it.
I told you about the guy that got mad at me because I was listening.
Some people just really don't know.
I told you the passenger that got mad at me because I was listening to Chente.
No. Does he know how important he is? Because if he did, I don't think he would be mad.
It was his death anniversary yesterday, I think. So.
Oh, really?
And there's no more Red Bull. But
you have mezcal back there. We should do that.
Oh, I fucking hate mezcal.
Why do you have a bottle of mezcal?
It's Leslie's.
Oh, Leslie.
It's because it's Los Hombres. It's the mezcal of the guys in Breaking Bad. The guy that plays Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
Really?
What are their names?
I can't remember.
Walter White?
I don't know, man. You're going to ask me to remember celebrity names? It's not. No.
Aaron Paul is Jesse. And
I know that
Bryan Cranston.
So
it's their mezcal. Leslie loves Breaking Bad, so that's what I got
such
her
a good show.
The mezcal, though,
not so good.
I don't like mezcal.
But I'd have to try it. I'll tell you. If I try it, I'll tell you.
Mezcal is rubbery and fucking tastes like plastic.
It tastes like no. It should be like a smoky.
It's rubbery.
Rubbery.
And it tastes like plastic. Every mezcal.
Oh, that's
shade.
Just you.
No shade to.
I know. I get you. You don't like
Dos
mezcal.
Hombres.
Oh, I love a good mezcal.
Yeah, I'm a tequila guy. I have a Maestro Dobel waiting for me. Oh. That my cousin from Mexico.
Okay, well,
which I think the alcohol.
Chente.
So that's what we were saying. So Chente, I was listening to Chente. Mm-hmm. This was back when I used to do shared rides. So first I picked up.
Shared rides are. Oh, yes.
So at the airport, I picked up one person in each terminal, 1, 2, and 3. The first lady was like she was a black lady. She was like maybe in her 50s. Mm-hmm. The second one también, and then the third was this like older white dude, right? So for context, this is important.
Okay.
I never talk shit. I never. Whatever.
No,
I don't see color.
Really though, what's this though? That's so dumb.
That's love.
We should all stop saying that.
I don't see color, Marty. Okay, so anyways, instantly, the black ladies were in the back seat, and the white dude sat in the passenger seat. He got in the car. Instantly, I saw the discomfort in his face.
Oh no!
And not right away, I was like, "Oh, it's because of the music." And literally,
I thought it was like because it's too much brown in the car for him.
Well,
then you don't know. That's the
too.
thing. This is what my point is. We don't know what he's going through.
But let me tell you what he did.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna find out then.
Literally, it just took him about 15, 20 seconds. But in that time, as I was driving out of the terminals, getting onto the highway, in those like 15, 20 seconds, I saw him like this, like physically uncomfortable, just like tensing up and getting untense.
He's revving up to tell you something.
And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And this guy said, can you put something more normal? And that was my reaction. That was my reaction. No bullshit. I was like,
what?
I did this 100%. I was like,
no.
As I was driving, I was like,
oh, what is he doing in Chicago? Is he from out of town?
Yeah. He was from California.
Oh, he's from Cali. But what part of Cali?
I don't know. I don't know where he was from, actually. Maybe I kind of remember California. Let's say California.
Because for us, this is normal.
So,
like, there's all kinds of cultures here.
Yeah, what the fuck? So, anyways, one of the black ladies heard my reaction. So she heard me go, and she kind of let off a little like that. She let off one of those.
He's probably like, it's not just us. And
yeah. She kind of let off a little chuckle.
Yeah.
And I was like, anyways, whatever. Eventually, I was like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. And I just like put like the Drive 97.1 radio station, and they play like classic rock, just like classic rock.
Oh, okay. Safe.
I'm okay with that
Safe
too.
for him. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't do it for him, but
if it's
I
for
did do it for him. Like, I was like, I'm also okay with this. So
well,
I'll
it's
put
somebody
this.
that you're catering to. That's
Other
your business.
other times I would just turn off the radio. Oh, you don't like this? Fuck you. We don't.
But you had his
anything.
number. He was okay with that, with the classic rock.
Yeah. And like at first,
that's normal.
At first, I thought it was so funny, dude. I thought it was the funniest thing. I can't believe this just happened to me in real life.
Well, it's unexpected. That's not something you would expect to say for someone to say.
Can you put something normal?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? What do you mean?
There's so much to explain. Like, there's so much. And for Vicente Fernandez,
the motherfucking goat.
I don't even know.
So it was a 40-minute ride in traffic down the highway. And I went through the whole fucking story in my head, dude. I was like, I can't wait. Like, I'm going to drop these ladies off first.
Oh, he was the last guy.
And yeah. And I was like, and then when I drop them off, I'm gonna tell them. You know, I started off like that, but then like the whole ride, I was just thinking about it. This fucking, like by the end, I was fucking like, I can't wait to fucking tell you that you're a piece of shit. Which is not that serious. Also, he's just a fucking idiot.
He's just some guy, and you don't really know. You'd have to really dig in and be like, talk to me, man.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
Once I dropped them off, I had forgiven him. I went through the whole arc.
Did?
And in my head, I was like, I think I'm just gonna ask him, what's up, dude? Like, why do you think this? Whatever. Good. But at the end, I just didn't give a shit enough. You know, he just got out of the car. And I just closed the door. Like, fuck you. Drove off.
Yeah.
Gave me my fucking tip, asshole.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's the kind of stuff where I wouldn't let that go when I was younger. Like, it would still come up. Now I can address it and it won't, for the most part, I won't be angry.
Yeah.
Like the last time I got angry at someone, and it was because it was a Mexican. I don't know where she was a native Spanish speaker, but from like the accent, Mexican or something. You know what I mean? Like, I recognize the accent. It wasn't like a Puerto Rico, and it was like, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure she was Mexican. Okay. And so, but whatever. She was a native speaker, and she was talking about me. Her customer, I was at the cashier.
Esta pinche vieja dice que...
Algo así dijo. And I don't know what she said. And first of all, and she has no idea why I got offended. And on purpose, I spoke in English to her.
In English?
Yep.
Oh, I would have done Spanish.
And then when the transaction was done, and I'm like, maybe I misheard, and I didn't. She did it. She kept going, and she was like, and I was like, oh, you.
No, she's talking shit.
So then I switched to like my most perfect Spanish. When I get angry, I get super focused.
Oh shit!
Like, and I don't remember what I said to her now.
You brought out the
but I reprimanded her, and it was like the señora came out, and
Damn.
I did.
When was this?
Like a couple years ago.
Oh,
recent.
Shit,
yeah.
dude.
But I hadn't gotten angry like that in a while because I never expected it from her, from my people.
Yeah.
I was like,
bitch.
No. And I'm like, y tú no sabes. Oh, I reprimanded her. I'm like, tú no, like, mira, tú no sabes quién habla español. Te toca alguien como yo. And I went off. Yeah.
You went.
And like, you're lucky I'm not going to tell your manager. I went like Karen, but not. You know what I mean? We gotta do a Karen name. I don't like the Karen, but anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Then I was angry for a long time, and then later I told the story a few times. Then I settled down, and now I don't feel angry about it.
Yeah, you just go through the arc in your head, and then at the
but
end,
in the moment, I got offended because she assumed that I didn't. Like, she was talking about me, not knowing.
Oh, you got offended that
I remember why she got mad.
Spoke Spanish?
I remember why she got mad. She got mad that I wasn't at her payment terminal.
Oh, you're on the other side?
I was on that side of it. And if she knew me, that's so normal for me. Like, you gotta guide me, man. Plus, at the end of the day, no, I'm not gonna. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm like, no. You tell me. I'll go, but just tell me. No big deal.
That's not that great. Esta pinche vieja pendeja.
But I irked her. Algo así. Something she started. I was like, I was mad. I was so angry.
I think it's interesting that So you got offended that she didn't think that you
that was
spoke
part
Spanish.
of it. Yep.
Well, but of course she also called you stupid.
And
probably,
also,
or some shit.
I don't remember what she said exactly, but the person that was doing the bagging was like, kind of like listening to her.
She was probably from Jalisco, like she recognized.
I don't know. Or she was smart to think like you can't assume that people aren't understanding you. You know?
When I was working at Target during the pandemic, I was this was like early. Everybody was fucking psycho about it. This lady was like, so I was doing like online orders, so I would like pick the stuff and take it to the back for the people to box it up and shit.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things, so this lady was like looking for something here, and the item that I needed was like right here, you know? So I was like, I mean, whatever. I just went up there and I grabbed it. And as I was getting close to grab it, she's like, estúpido que no. No que 6 pies de distancia o sabe qué chingados. Oh. And I was like, oh, disculpe, señora. Es que tenía que agarrar eso. And she just straight up,
didn't know you spoke.
She did this.
I wonder.
She looked like she saw a ghost.
Yep.
But also, we were wearing masks. We were wearing masks at the time, so she.
Now I'm trying to see if you look.
She probably thought I was Arab or some shit.
Yeah, it could have been. You can't tell sometimes.
Yeah, so
you can't tell.
Yeah, I just responded with Spanish. I was like, "Oh, disculpe, señora, es que lo que ocupaba agarrar eso."
Yeah.
Straight up, like her reaction was fucking hilarious.
You know what? Sometimes we need to be embarrassed. It's okay. Yeah, I'm glad.
Like if you don't, ghost.
I think we do, because I think sometimes and it is kind of like a cool thing that we know this language, that like,
yeah,
it is kind of like a cool thing that you and I can talk about something, and if we know that person doesn't speak Spanish, they don't know what we're saying.
Leslie hates when I do that in public. Because
it is rude. Yeah.
So we were at the zoo lights. We were at the zoo lights a couple days ago, and we were in line to get a hot chocolate and a churro. Aww. And this dude in front of us, no bullshit, he stuck his whole finger in his asshole.
Oh no.
And just pulled pulled out a fucking massive wedgie or scratched his ass or something. Oh, and I was like, mira este pinche hediondo.
You gotta warn me.
I straight up
it's some gross thing like that.
I was like, este pinche hediondo se metió todo el dedo en el culo. And
you said it like that.
Yeah, and then Leslie was like, she was like, das vergüenza. Oh, odio salir contigo por eso. No te sabes cómo quedar callada. And I was like, this motherfucker just picked his whole asshole. It's the way
you said it. Yeah. But yeah. Well, I embarrassed Abby that way, but I don't.
How's her Spanish?
She speaks it kind of like Carlos.
Oh, okay.
Like she speaks it, but it's like with a slight little accent. I think it's really cute. So she speaks it.
Just kidding.
And she understands more. Like we tried, do you know the F thing?
Yeah.
Have you heard us? Like, oye, ofo, yefe, tufo, that. So then my mom and I, just over the summer, were like talking about something, or like it's recent, thinking she wouldn't understand. You know, she's so quiet,
Well, that's the thing about the
like,
F thing.
Is that what you guys said? And we're like, oh,
this is what I'm going to say about the F thing.
What?
The F thing is the stupidest fucking encoded language of all time.
It works.
No, it works, but everyone can fucking understand it.
If you, yes. But,
it's the easiest thing. I remember.
But if you don't know the language well, and you do that,
I guess you're right.
So then we thought we had a thing, and we do
Abby knows Spanish.
She outed her. She does what we does. Because if you know Efe, then you know Spanish. You know what I mean?
She shouldn't have said shit, dude.
No.
She just fucking kept it to herself. So you never hear the secrets. Abby, come on, you got to be better than this, dude.
But the thing is, like, unless it's something that somebody tells me personally that is I'm not keeping stuff from her, right? But if you, for example, told me something in confidence, I wouldn't tell her. Like, I'm not going to tell somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would hope so.
So this is something, because it was, I don't even remember where we probably were talking about it, something that was sensitive or something that maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The shocking thing about that day was that she understood us.
Yeah. That was the lesson.
That was the thing.
Now you got to make up another secret bullshit
There's
language
an
that she's going to decode.
Have you heard the egede one?
Egede?
That's more complicated.
So you just added you added two syllables.
It's something to like that, yeah. Like
egede.
That it sounds like that. It's
Sounds like, yo quiero volver a ponerte cerca de mí. Girl, mis ojos lloran por ti. Yo quiero que sea amarte, cerca de mí. Girl. Me hace tanta falta, no lo puedo negar. Yo sé cuando mi vida te pudiste marcar el corazón, mi corazón como un trozo de papel. Me pregunto por qué me enamoraron de ti. Y luego te perdí. Ahora solo quedan aquellos recuerdos sin una banda que solo dicen te quiero. Sin tu amor.
Oh, yeah.
Contigo sin tu amor.
Oh, I know that song.
No sé cuál sea mi destino sin tu amor. El mundo caerá sobre mí.
Is that how he sings it? Oh God, I hope not.
Baby.
Those songs reminds me of Roseli. Like romantic. She's like
I
that's
love
totally
that
her
music.
Her jam. Yeah.
Well, we've gone on for an hour and 40.
Really?
I think this is a good
We
place
didn't
to
go.
cut.
Okay.
Mis ojos lloran por ti. It's going to be the name of this one.
But we should dedicate that to
Todos los pinches chismosos que
work.
piensan que pueden hablar de nosotros porque piensan que no hablamos español.
Nobody cares. Nobody
Grisel,
cares about us.
Grisel,
She secretly
stop
loves
cheating, dude. I swear, if we ever play a game and she's cheating, I'm gonna
us.
go off.
No, don't play with her.
I'm
Don't.
gonna, because she needs to be
Don't.
told that you don't cheat.
She's
Cheating
an
is
adult.
bad.
She knows. She chooses to cheat. Like you choose to not be on time. It's the same thing.
Wow, full
Same
circle.
thing. Oh, full circle.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love this. Hell yeah. See you next week, fellas.
We did it.
Holla. Come on, dude. Tell me that wasn't fun.